The 1,400 square kilometer island of Rhodes is the largest island of the Dodecanese Islands. It lies in the Aegean Sea, not far from Asia Minor, from which it was separated at the beginning of the Tertiary period. It's closer to the coast of Turkey than Greece. Its coast is 220 kilometers long, and its highest mountain is more than 1,200 meters high. First, the island was inhabited by the Achaeans. Then it was overthrown by the Dorian invasion. The prosperity of the towns on the islands, which took part in the Trojan War with 9 galleys, is mentioned several times by Homer in his Iliad. Their favorable geographical position and prosperity stemming from this location have made the island an economic and political power. Rhodes created some colonies even in the times before Christ, not only in Asia Minor, but also on the territory of present-day France. The town by the same name, which was put on the map by becoming one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Colossus of Rhodes, was built on the northeast side of Rhodes Island, on the territory of 3 ancient Palaes in 408 BC. The statue depicted Helios, the sun god. When finally the Macedonian king Demetrius withdrew after an unsuccessful siege of the town lasting 1 year, his abandoned battle machines were sold by the Rhodians, and the huge bronze statue was erected from the amount of money received. The 31-meter-high artwork stood in the harbor of Mandraki, and below its 2 sprawling legs, boats were running, guarded at night by a flare in the hand of the statue. It took 12 years for Caius of Lindos, the Greek sculptor, to build the work of art, and only 1 night for an earthquake to destroy it. The remains stood on its place for more than 800 years. The present-day town combines the ancient lineation of the streets and the Gothic buildings of the Middle Ages with the mosques and minarets of Oriental atmosphere. The Johannites played a dominant role in the town's history and architecture. The town walls were built by members of the Johannite military order, together with the best officers of the engineering corps of the era. The center of the old town is Hippocrates Square, adorned with a fountain. An amazing view of the square opens up from terraces of nearby taverns and restaurants. The busy streets with several little shops look like a real Turkish bazaar, which is of course no coincidence, since we are in the Turkish quarter. The Turkish, as is in the case of every conquered area, left their mark on this place in the form of Turkish spas, jamis, mosques, and minarets. The Street of the Knights that starts from the Palace of the Grand Masters is the part of the town with the best atmosphere. The former coats of arms of the languages can still be seen on the domed houses. In the surprisingly intact ensemble of works of art, among others, the accommodation of the knights, the hospital, chapel, communal rooms, the loggias, which were a kind of meeting room, as well as the building of the Knights' Court can be seen. The Ios Nikolaos Tower Fortress from the 15th century stands at the end of the pier and functions as a light tower today. Two columns stand in the former place of the 2 legs of the Colossus, bearing the new emblem of the island, 2 fallow deer. By the way, the deer were brought to the island as protection against snakes. The island of Rhodes also offers enticing sights beyond the capital.